stay in your lane. You best not merge into mine. Me, I can search and will find a person to match my grind. Your worth isn't spreading lies on every record you dropping. And I suggest that you stop it. The McDonald's funny mopping. And this rap just ain't for you. Instead of buying likes and views, man, how about you make a move?
Welcome to Game Bangerz, the podcast formerly known as Goof Troop. With me today, I have not three, but 4 special guests with me. We have Alex Davis, Cameron Hicks,
hello,
Jimmy Prescott,
hey,
this guy, also known as Jake. Do not know your last name.
number one
Jake
fan.
Brown.
Jake
Brown.
Yeah, Jake is
In
our
case the
number one
police call.
fan.
Yes. Yeah, we found him on the street.
Yeah, we brought him here today to talk about the dark side of cocaine. So
as opposed to all the
this
good
is part of
things.
our the good side of
program.
cocaine is really fleshed out, but the bad side of cocaine no one really talks about.
This is how we give back.
Yeah. So what else are we gonna talk about today?
Well, I mean, we did have a plan from last podcast to the maybe one person who watched it to discuss logos, but none of us brought.
None of us brought it.
So I know we want a good logo. Do we? Show of hands, good logo.
I'm on the fence.
All right. See, we'll continue that next week. But for right now,
Wait, we should say for the people maybe just listening to this in an auditory setting,
Mm.
all of us kind of put our hands up.
yeah. So we do want a good logo. I'm gonna write that down. I'll put it in the notes, and we'll table that conversation until next week, where maybe we can get a little bit more detailed. But so far, all right, we want a good logo.
I did have some ideas, and for the record, I just want people to know that when we say we're going to do something, we absolutely will do it eventually.
Yeah, in time.
Yeah.
Don't rush us.
So,
Yeah. We didn't even want to do it next week, but they pushed us.
yeah, the fans were
The
demanding.
fan was pushed. They kept emailing me.
Let's see. We had a couple more ideas for podcast, maybe some segments that we were happy about. You want to get into that as it comes up?
Oh, we can start it out the normal way we usually do. If you want to just
catch
get
up
that
on
away.
each other's week.
Yeah, just see what we did
I
last
gotta
week.
get that off my chest.
Should we start with Jake as honorary
Yeah,
guest?
yeah, sure.
All right,
no,
Jake.
no template. Let's go.
Alright.
Jake, what you been up to?
You know, nothing much. Movies, work, video games.
Okay.
Usual
What
week.
games? What games?
Mainly just Assassin's Creed, Shadow of War. You know, the open world ones that you spend most of your time.
Those sound tiring.
Yes.
Yeah, very tiring.
Yes, very
That
much.
game
And
does sound exhausting. Shadow of War.
Shadow of War
specifically.
most of
For
all.
real.
Yeah. I don't know what they've done there. The goodwill that they harbored with the first game, everyone was like came away from that jazz. I don't know if it was just coming off of the new console release or what, but the response to it this go around has not been super kind with their nemesis. Like around every corner, you've got a new lieutenant or general. Like, hey, get over here!
Yeah,
I'm
for
ready.
real.
You done with that fight? You turn around like here's Skull Crusher. Like, hey, I saw you. Like, at what point, like you just gotta
It'll be like in the middle of a fight, and then the whole entire game will start, and then you'll like be attacking somebody, and then the game will stop and pan over here, and you're getting attacked by 7 other dudes. And it's just
Wait, you're getting attacked while this is happening?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
So you're pretty much just mashing square.
That's
the
a
entire
neat
time.
feature.
Yes, it's awful. But I'm just trying to muscle through the story mode. Not
Which I hear
trying
is
to-
fantastic.
Story mode's good. It's just the side quest and all that kind of stuff that really is pretty boring. But Assassin's Creed, that's just a whole other monster. It's just such a big map, and you have to find all the question marks.
Mm.
And every time you look left, there's a question mark. Every time you look right, there's a question mark. And it's like,
Is that a good
No.
rhythm,
It's
or
like
are you
digital
digging
chores.
that?
yeah,
Or
yeah, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
It feels like a chore list.
Yeah.
Because like what you have to do, you have to go to the question mark. It's like, all right, there's a treasure chest here. But then you have to get your bird to find that treasure chest. Then you have to go find the treasure chest. That's
That sounds like interesting gameplay. That's immersive gameplay.
Yeah, I use
That's-
most of my games to feel like a chore list. I like to feel like
Yeah, it's like real life's boring.
Yeah,
so
real
it's
life
like,
is
this
boring.
life should
Wash
be
the
too.
dishes, fold the laundry.
So I'm gonna go buy a copy of that for sure as soon as we end the podcast.
Yeah, I think you're the only one who's played it here. I don't know. I'm interested in playing it just for the setting. I liked Assassin's Creed originally. I played 1, 2, skipped 3. Wasn't interested in Indians, and then I got to 4. I liked all of those games a bunch. I didn't play Brotherhood. I didn't play Revelations. I feel like I've managed to get the highlights from what everyone says, and I think this might be a highlight. I'm interested in going back to it.
I mean, I like it as an Assassin's Creed game because the past 2 have put like a sour taste in my mouth.
Like
'Cause
Syndicate and Unity.
Unity was awful. Syndicate, it was like, here, let's play 2 different people at the same time. And I was like, I'd rather focus on one main person than as the 2 different people. But like this one, I mean, the setting's great. The Egyptians, it's Egypt, pharaohs, and all that stuff.
I think I
And,
know what your crinkling is, by the way. I think it's the table. I think the table creaks.
That's some of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
But the main question I have for devout fans of the Assassin's Creed, I feel like you've played them all, right?
Yeah.
Do they ever deliver on the Desmond? Or, yeah, that was his name, right?
Yeah, Desmond.
See, like-
Desmond 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Do they
1, 2,
ever deliver on my boy?
1, 2,
think
and
so.
3. Spoiler alert. Anybody who hasn't played the third one, I don't know.
2011
when that came back.
classic.
Everything worked out. Desmond lived happily ever after.
Home dude dies in the third one. He just straight up dies from like this god. Like I don't even know who it is, but like pretty much Jesus comes down and is like, hey, it's like you either die or the entire world dies.
What a stupid story.
Yes. So then he's like,
You
I'm gonna
played?
die.
You played that one?
No, I played Assassin's Creed 2, so you get to the end and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, here's the big like prestige moment. We're dog shit. Like it's a garbage story.
Yeah, I like that game so much. I found like all the was it feathers, and then so
Yeah.
you can unlock the weird ass Adam and Eve movie, like of them running through
Yeah.
the like escaping the building.
Like the little like Assassin's Creed vine.
Yeah.
But then the ones after he died, they're pretty much like, oh, the company that you know.
Yeah, they
like
get real
Abstergo,
cute with it,
It's
yeah.
like, yeah, guess what? We're not the bad guys. We're actually this is a video game company. Like they're turning Abstergo into pretty much
And that's
Ubisoft.
where 4 ends up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Unity, it's like it has nothing. I don't even know what the side plot is. Like the chick like you're playing as a chick, but she has like a portable animus, so she's like, eh. And there's like I don't know what's going on. I haven't gotten that far.
I heard it was mostly broken anyway. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it for free. I haven't
But
played it. Yeah.
the few people I've talked to about it say that they limit the hell yeah murder's going on outside the door.
There's a great debate on whether to open the window.
Yeah, we were arguing on whether or not the AC was sufficient enough to cool us off here.
I think we gotta close
we
it.
settled on no.
I think we have a way to handle this. I think.
Boy, yell back? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what kids do. Yeah, they definitely won't puff their chest out at that. Yeah.
We're taping.
Shut up!
Have you seen The Wire? Those are corner kids. You do not fuck with them.
You wanna close that
Shit.
door?
Yeah. Cameron's in a real rough neighborhood.
When they
I don't
murdered
think we can
children. Alright.
Peace and quiet.
Well, that was fun.
Good shit. Okay. What about you, Jimbo? Any gaming going on this week? Any movies? What you up to?
I've been playing a lot of Injustice 2.
Oh, really? Did they release your Ninja Turtle?
They haven't yet. That's
Okay.
coming in March. But prepping for it, I unlocked all the rest of the DLC characters by upgrading to Ultimate Edition.
Okay.
And with that came my favorite villain, Black Manta. So I was super excited about that. So I've been playing a lot because... what was that head shake for?
Oh, who's Black Mantis?
Oh.
I don't even know who that is.
Manta.
Manta.
Yeah,
Yeah.
DC. I don't know.
He's
Yeah, I
DC.
guess so.
Yeah. He's like one of the primary Aquaman villains.
Ah, that's why.
Yeah.
Alright, that makes sense.
I've been collecting like random appearances of him since his appearances from publication since the 80s.
You have very
Right, since
off the
the
wall taste for superheroes.
80s. Yeah.
Like I've read Booster Gold, but when it comes to was it Marvel? No, DC.
Yeah, it's DC. I
Yeah.
only collect DC stuff.
I don't hear people going like, yeah, Booster Gold's my favorite. That almost never gets mentioned.
Yeah. I think he's cool.
He sounds cool from
He's
what
very
you said.
dynamic.
Yeah, he sounds more interesting.
Yeah, and his new stuff is definitely a lot less like douchey. His past renditions definitely douchey. I was actually hoping that he would make it into Injustice, but all of this is because I'm trying to become more adept at fighting games in general. So I got Killer Instinct on the computer, and then Injustice. I've been practicing, actually trying to memorize all the combos and play online. I've got a 50% win rating online out of 2 games. So
There you go.
I'm on a solid start.
Did you win the first game or lose the first?
I lost the first one.
Oh, okay.
But he learned.
But like
Yeah,
Rocky, he came back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
opted.
That's right. Beat
Was
the
it
second
split
guy.
decision on the first one, or was it a straight knockout?
Oh, it was
Unanimous?
bad.
It was
Yeah,
unanimous.
it was rough.
It was
Like,
unanimous.
it was to the point where like I got a few good hits in, and I was like, man, this is gonna be easy. And then the guy like he was playing Gorilla Grodd, and I was like, oh, for sure, he's too slow to beat me. And dude just jumps back and forth and like just comboed me until I was dead and never even get a chance.
That's the problem with those games that I find is I never get to the point where I think like, okay, I might do. I go online, get smashed over and over, play 5 games that like, well, I didn't have a very good time there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna play when my friends come over because we all suck, and that's how we're gonna do this. Like those are games that I don't dare venture online with. Like
Yeah.
No way.
I just stopped way before that. I just can't do the moves ever.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, go do this, and I think I do that, and I'm like,
And
nah,
it's just
man,
like,
you
no, it
didn't
doesn't do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's some super elegant combo and it goes into a cutscene, and whenever you try to do it, it punches twice, and you're just like, what the frick am I doing?
Well, it's just the
That's what I feel
directional
like.
stuff, like move the joystick or the D-pad. I can't do it.
Diagonal, semicircle.
I'll press B.
Star shape. It's like, then you get a jab out of it. You're like, woo.
You're breaking out your geometry textbook like, okay, hold on.
You gotta use a sextant. You're like looking for the sun and the stars, and you're like,
You've got
okay.
both. You're trying to do a hypotenuse.
You're like, you're busting out the. We said we would never use that math, but there it is.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Sine, cosine.
Yeah,
tangent,
find the
whatever,
tangent
whatever.
of the combination. And you got yourself a nice little move.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my intent here,
At the end, you've just drawn titties and circles. You've just
I was hoping to get good.
Well, good
That's
luck, man.
basically all.
That's a hill I'm never gonna climb.
I've been playing
for
too
real.
much, just trying to not suck. And then Corey comes over and he's like, "Yeah, I haven't played in like 6 months," and he just beats the crap out of me.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, this feels good." Like all that hard work.
Oh, I will say the fighting game community, there's a special place in my heart for those people. Just how hardcore they are about like Super Smash Brothers Melee,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
came out like 12 years ago, but they're still just huffing it. But
repping that.
yeah, Kroby Cat, his fighting video, A+.
I really like Killer Instinct because of the narration. Have any of you guys ever played that? It's like the
the
monsters.
Grief.
I played the older one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
They
my
made a
ass
new
kicked
one.
by some guy who's like a skeleton. He just spammed the same fucking move
Yeah.
over and over and
Skeleton,
over and
a
over.
wolf guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Don't the new ones have Battletoads?
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
so.
Have
Toad,
Battletoads
yeah.
I
and,
think
like,
so.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
They got to get their internet culture going.
They're fucking in a Spielberg movie now.
I saw that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Is that which one? The
It was the
Big
Ready
Brother
Player One.
yeah, the
Yeah.
one that's coming out.
Yeah, I swear they were like on some ice planet fighting. I knew I saw Battletoads.
Yeah.
Cruising on.
I mean, he's front and center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are Battletoads from?
It's
It's
from a
an
game
old-
called Battletoads. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Which is like an
Is that
impossible
NES?
game.
Made more
Yeah,
famous
it's
by
it's-
what, 4chan and
it's-
other
it's-
other.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll show you a video after the
Internet
podcast.
influence.
I watched
Sega,
it
yeah,
2 days
Sega
ago,
stuff.
so it's
Yeah,
real
Yeah,
fresh.
it's
for me.
fresh.
Yeah. Well, whenever you pull something off in this game, the narrator makes you feel real good
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
he's screaming into the
Yeah.
microphone. He's
'cause-
like,
Ultra combo!
yeah. And
Just
if
shouting
you
to it.
like finish the guy off with it's like an ultra heavy combo or something. It's just
You mean
like
like a fatality.
well, yes, but he says like it's. I think it actually is just ultimate combo, but he goes on for like probably a good 8 seconds. Where
Like
he's
a-
like ultimate combo.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a FIFA goal.
And it feels real good every time. I'm just like I did that, and I barely pressed any buttons. So yeah, that was my week. Too much of that game.
Cool beans. Now I didn't play very many games. At the end of the last podcast, I was talking about how I was playing Crash Bandicoot 2. I finished 1 and went on to 2. Finished that game. Didn't take me very long. I like it a lot more than the first one, mostly because of nostalgia. But you kicked in a little more in the second one.
Less bridges.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the number of bridges were definitely reduced. There was a few similar levels in there, but nothing like that. The game was a lot easier. The second one kind of let you break free and actually have a good time with it instead of like throwing your controller across the room. Yeah. Other than that, I got a Movie Pass in the mail, and anybody who hasn't heard of Movie Pass, that is a subscription service where you pay $10 a month. You can see one movie per day. Every day of the month for that one low price of $10. So I got that in the mail and immediately began using it by going 4 days in a row. So I got to see a lot of movies that I probably otherwise wouldn't have seen until they hit Netflix or something like that, another streaming service. So I really enjoy that. Like maybe movie reviews forthcoming. But other than that, that's really what I did. Hung out with Alex a little bit. Got him to play some Gone Home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was gonna say I really would like the idea of as we talk about stuff, if there's someone at the table that doesn't really know what it's about, if they could like maybe check it out, before the next podcast. Like you guys talked about Go Home or Gone Home.
Yeah.
I had no idea what that was.
I'll go ahead and do a gameplay video.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
I wouldn't-
I'm sure everybody would like me playing that game.
Yeah.
yeah. I played
Commentary.
it, but I'll get to that in a second. But.
Yeah, I know that's really all I did. I saw a couple movies. Other than that, they're just taking it easy.
Yeah, essentially, a lot of me and Cameron's weekend overlaps because we saw 3 of those 4 movies was with me and
Together.
one of them with Skylar, or 2 of them with Skylar.
Yeah.
So we
His wife.
yeah, his wife.
Oh.
Maybe for now. At this point, I assume you're watching this. This is where you would start to relationship me and Cameron with like a hashtag Camrix or something like that. Because we did spend a lot of time together. We watched what was the first one? The Shape of Water.
Shape of Water.
That was A+. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I would like to talk about it, but the majority of the people here have not seen it, so
Yeah.
we'll keep that under wraps until later.
Yeah. And then we saw The Post, which again we probably won't talk too much about
Brought
it.
us closer together.
Yeah, not as good as The Shape of Water, but hard to compare.
But the second best movie we saw this week.
Definitely the second best. The first being still The Shape of Water.
Okay.
The third best. I don't know what the fourth one you saw. Third best for me would have to be the Star Wars movie,
The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi. You know, I'm gonna say this. I've said it a couple of times this weekend. I think that there is a pretty solid movie in there if you cut out about 40 minutes of shit. Like if you got a shovel or a hatchet and just started hacking away at some of the bullshit that they just crammed in there.
Just get a big scoop of casino and throw it over your shoulder.
Yeah. Unnecessary joke. Chop that one off. Just like like really just surgically re-edit this movie. It was like someone. It was like their first movie, and they didn't have the heart to get rid of any of the actors or things that just didn't work or make sense.
It felt like me, like Rian Johnson, like didn't have a big enough, mouth whenever in those editorial meetings to say like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm just happy to be here, dude. I'm just happy to be on this movie. I know I made a couple of like more indie films. Like now I'm just happy to making a huge blockbuster. I'm sure I'm getting paid tons of money for this.
Yeah, I think a lot of it was probably the big Disney boardrooms or uppers. Nope, you have to do this.
He probably had a quota of jokes that he had to hit.
Yeah, a couple of zingers every few minutes, or else you were out. So that happened. I played Gone Home. I absolutely loved it. I'm gonna probably make my sister play it. We can talk about this a little bit more in depth later, so we don't take up a bunch of time now. But I thought it was a different game at first.
That's the story, I think, of Gone Home.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Yeah, I thought it was a different game. I started playing it. I was expecting to be scared because I thought it was a scary game, which then doubled down when they started talking about this, I don't want spoilers.
Yeah, you're okay.
Yeah. To say the spoiler?
No.
No. So, okay. So
just like a 7-year-old.
I was expecting to be a little bit, uneasy. It's exactly what happened, and then the story played out, and I definitely felt like what I should have felt. I think throughout the whole time, it was a great storytelling experience for me.
Yeah, it was kind of funny for me because revisiting that game, 3 or 4 years since it released, and I actually played it. Watching Alex play, I got to see him react the same way I did. Like, in some of the situations, like we backed into the same corner, or like hid from the same thing, or peeked around the same. It was really cool how it made 2 different players in 2 different times like react the exact same way. It was really neat the way that the storytelling going on there was that good that it could make everyone feel kind of the same emotions. I thought it was really neat. And we took 2 different paths to get to the same ending.
Yeah, I think
Really?
it was almost off.
I gotta play it again, I think, just to keep it fresh in the mind.
Yeah, I played it in a way that I think, I don't know what it says about my psychology, and obviously I don't have a second playthrough to judge it on, but I think that the way I played it affected me the strongest. Like, if I would have taken another path, I would have maybe been a little less uneasy, or a little less, or maybe I would have figured it out a little bit later, but I kind of figured it out, somewhere through the game, but I think the way I went
thought you had figured it out.
Yeah, I thought I had figured it out. But anyway, so there's those 2 things. I really love Movie Pass. I'll give that another thumbs up. But we should note, you can only see the movie once.
Oh, so they still have that rule.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can still see the same movie one time, but they load money on you just go on, sign in
Yeah, you
for
can
a
do
movie,
what I did before, yeah.
and you can like log into some garbage like the Emoji Movie. Get that, just tell them
They
you're
should
seeing
keep
the
that in
Emoji
theaters
Movie.
just to keep people to not see it. But yeah.
But yeah, speaking of the Emoji Movie, did y'all see that Saudi Arabia lifted their ban on films this week?
Okay, I thought you meant specifically on the Emoji Movie.
They did.
Cut back
That
down.
was their initial. They've had this ban for years that you couldn't screen films.
How disappointing.
And the Emoji Movie was the one that like the curtain rolled back. All the people roll out there. Like, wow, Western cinema, here we come. But the Emoji Movie greets them in the face. Like, we didn't miss nothing. 50 years of baloney. Just like this is what they're coming into it thinking like this is the peak of filmmaking, you know?
Yeah, Emoji kind of sounds like it could be a mountain.
Yeah,
And
could be. But yeah, I just thought that was so funny seeing that come across.
I think Hollywood's racist or something. It seems like whenever a big country, China being one of them also, like opens up their doors, we just put all the shit movies over there, and that's how they all make money.
Like, this is what you get.
Yeah. John Cusack.
like we're rationing.
We need
you.
I
I thought of another podcast name, which I was kind of.
For your consideration.
Yeah, for our in case we want to roll it back. So we got Jimmy, Alex, Cameron, and Kyle.
Yeah.
Put that together. That's Jack, and we could be Jack of all trades.
Okay.
Or since we talk about everything,
Jack.
Yeah, Jack. All right, Jack.
Shit. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. Whatever. There's a couple different Jack sayings that we could do. But
Jack off.
There you go.
Yeah, Jack.
Good. Got him.
We take turns jacking off.
There's good content.
Yeah.
There's somewhere on the internet for it, I think.
Yeah. You just got jacked would be our T-shirt.
Ooh, I'm reading a book called Jacked right now.
No.
It's
sweet.
And people are Googling how to get jacked, and then they just come across our podcast and they think, oh, these guys got some good weightlifting tips, and maybe we do.
It kind of depends on the person, I guess.
Lift,
For others, less.
Lift stuff
Yeah.
is what we'll say this week.
For others, it'll be more of an endurance thing. Yeah. But for me, not a lot. Still playing Transistor. I got maybe another hour or two into it. I'll be honest. It's been The Wire 24/7 over here. I can't get enough of that goddamn show. It's fucking amazing. An amazing show that everyone should watch. I don't know if I want to get too into it.
Please.
I'm near the end of season 4. I'm in the back half of season 4. It's all telling me it's all day. The end of season 3. It was all very good. But there was a moment of me going like, do I want to watch this anymore? Because a certain thing happens, and there's a character that I won't be able to enjoy anymore. And I enjoyed that character
they went on
the
vacation,
most.
probably.
Yeah, well, I am. There's a weird thing there, but yeah, there was a character that I really liked, and just due to some circumstances, you can read that into what you will. I may not be able to follow him, so now
He became extremely racist.
Yeah.
So Jimmy, that's
it
your
was
character.
played by Kevin Spacey. That was the problem.
Oh yeah.
So now my favorite character, I don't know what it is, but I know I love Clay Davis, who you may know who that is, Senator Clay Davis.
Yeah, he's.
Shit.
I know who he is.
I've been saying that like shit, like maybe 20 times a day since he's been introduced as a
the
character.
new catchphrase.
It's so fucking
Put
good.
that on the logo.
It's
Okay,
the
we're developing
best.
it here.
The way he said, I do it not good at all. Maybe it's like a 10%. Shit, his shit is so fucking good. But it's still on that. Got only one season left once I'm done with season 4, so that's gonna be unfortunate. I'm gonna have to figure something out there.
Yeah, play some games.
Fall into a
They just
showhole.
have to
Yeah, I don't know,
forced into playing games.
something like that. Shut up, baby.
Jeez.
Oh, very cool.
One for the fans.
Yeah.
That's two.
One for the money, two for the show.
The other, Bear, chill the fuck out.
Hey, we did have him on stream the other day, and he played well.
You did.
Yeah.
I don't know if audio. Never mind. Fuck it.
Oh yeah, we did do our first live stream.
Yeah,
for,
if you
Game
missed
Banger.
it.
If you missed it,
I think it got like 4 views.
It did.
2 people did something with it. I don't know.
How did
I
you
was-
Favorited it or liked it or
How did
what?
you see this?
There's like a little
email
heart.
notification. That's how I figured out that you even streamed on the Twitch thing.
Incredible.
Blah blah following.
We
blah,
had
blah,
like 40
following.
comments.
Yeah.
We were doing pretty
essentially,
Really?
we feel really bad for wasting that one guy's
Yeah, well,
like an
my
hour of
buddy
his time.
Devin from North Dakota sat
Yeah.
there and watched us fuck around playing
North Dakota-
Lovers in a Dangerous Space.
Yeah,
Time.
Devin, we know you're listening. Thanks
Number
for-
1 fan. You'll be on here next week.
Yeah, we'll get you. We'll fly you in first class. Yeah, so that was fun. I really enjoyed that. It was complete garbage, but it was. Still,
Yeah, it was
still
fun. It was exhausting, like to a level that I didn't really.
Yeah,
I didn't really expect like
I had a whole new appreciation for people that stream.
for those
like,
dudes that do it all day every day.
That read
I would
comments
never-
and have meaningful
No,
conversations.
it's terrible.
Well, I mean, they're not having meaningful conversations, but just the fact that you're sitting there.
Well,
There's
yeah,
like
not,
1,000 people.
maybe not
people
me, but
watching
you
you.
you
Yeah.
take someone like they get the like a donation or someone asks them a question, they take the time to actually try to answer it whilst playing a game that requires all of my attention.
And you have to keep up that energy too.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
especially
the
if you're a successful
exhausting
one.
part. Yeah.
Thank everyone for $5. Even me, I'm not getting. People aren't giving me $5 all day every day. I know for a fact I will be less thankful down the road for that $5.
I don't know, like
where I may not even like $5. Whatever.
oh,
Yeah.
Fuck,
Five
don't
bucks.
give
Yeah.
your $5 to him. Give them to me because I'll be very thankful.
Honestly, I think I'd go the opposite route where like, hey, stop sending me money. I feel really uncomfortable with this. Just chill in the room. Be
I
cool.
set that up, but
I
now
would
I
wear
don't
a
really
shirt
want
with
to
a
do it.
I've got
million
regrets.
buttons
I
and just
paid my
start doing
rent
them.
already.
Yeah, that'd be.
Yeah,
At a
Twitch.
certain point, you feel like kind of a need to give them more, like so you start.
You feel like you're
One,
not.
it starts with one button.
Yeah. You're not.
Next, it's the whole shirt.
You're not being funny enough for him. Like,
Yeah.
just a second. I could do more. I could be more for you.
Your Patreon backers, you're like,
Yeah.
oh man.
The thing is, we know
They
where
already,
it ends.
They already prepaid.
We know where this all ends.
Yeah.
It's the other very popular websites that you can go on
Yeah.
that aren't Twitch, that
Yeah.
are mostly staffed by females.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
mean,
height it goes.
that's what Twitch is nowadays, though. Like every time you go on a popular Twitch stream, it's like
Yeah.
a half naked chick playing Fortnite or something like that,
Hey.
and they're just like,
Gotta
"Here's
be
our money,
such a-
keep playing."
Epic
Yeah.
is secretly giving them money under the table.
So there's like a bunch of 8-year-olds that are like gifting their like Amazon Prime family subscription over to them.
You know,
Yeah.
credit card
Yeah.
attached to it. It's like, oh yeah, we can drop $25.
Yeah. I mean, we mentioned it last week, but boy, what a time to be like 9. Just amazing. Fantastic.
So
There's
many ways
titties
to spend
everywhere.
money.
Yeah, no more free tours with the little glitter
Yeah.
on them that you can't see anymore. I wonder if you even know those times.
God
God damn you, you young boy. It was very rough for us. And then there's all the generous like motherfucker. We had our porn in the woods for some reason.
DSL, like
Yeah.
internet. We might as well have been in the fucking woods.
Yeah. Why the woods? I don't even understand. Just so the parents under the bed. How many times are they lifting the mattress? Why in the woods?
One sneaky parent, though. One suspicious parent. Depends on the parent, I think.
I
guess so.
think there's probably a chart somewhere that mattress lifting was up here and slowly over time. It's
Oh
down
yeah.
here.
Who
Yeah.
hides that under
Yeah,
there?
yeah, no one has to anymore. So no one has mattresses.
Nowadays, kids have their porn subscription hidden inside like a virtual wallet with the encrypted key. Like your parents
Yeah.
can't get in there. Like you can hide whatever you want.
How
That
many
shit.
people subscribe to porn? Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's free.
Somebody is. Somebody's out there.
You see it on
subscribing to
Twitter. Like eventually someone will pop like, hey, I subscribed to porn. Definitely worth it. Like they tell us like, what is it like?
Who was that?
They're the dudes uploading.
Yeah.
There was, I think it was an NCAA coach not that far long ago accidentally shared a porn video that he was watching, and then tried
Yeah.
I remember-
Talking about Ted Cruz.
Yeah,
Ted
Ted,
Cruz.
Ted Cruz.
to. Yeah,
liked an
well,
instance
yeah,
video.
probably everybody.
That one was also an incest video, I think. I'm pretty
I
positive.
don't actually hold that against it.
Yeah,
hard
at
to
this
avoid
point.
out there. He's like, I don't want this.
Talking about sardines in a
Yeah.
large net. Like those are the big fish out there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
A lot of fat finger problems recently.
fat
That-
finger. Oh, okay.
Well, that.
I see.
Yeah. Also, the state of Hawaii and Japan all thinking they're gonna die.
Yeah.
Big week.
Yeah, I'm certain that there was something else there, but this is not conspiracy
Yeah,
cast. Tune in into my other podcast.
No, we're gonna get to that, but first the harder hitting news, the Fortnite update.
Mm.
Wait,
We
what
got-
happened in Japan?
So
Let's roll back a second
Do you
here.
remember what happened with Hawaii?
Yeah.
Some guy sent a big same
I've
thing.
seen,
happened
I've
in
seen
Japan.
all the I Survived
Recently.
t-shirts on Reddit.
2 days later,
Yeah,
I think.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it might have been yesterday.
Yeah, it came up on the news, and I think like the first Reddit comment was like, "Well, I guess we know where that one guy found his next job." So
America.
Wait, so
setting
the
trends.
same thing
yeah.
happened with the missile crisis thing in Japan, but
yeah.
it was like
North
a,
Korea freaking everyone out,
error.
man. Except for South Korea, apparently.
They're buddy
yeah,
buddy now.
they're used
Yeah.
to it. They're just like whatever.
You know, I wish them the best. Someone's got to feed those people. But yeah, same shit happened in Japan. That's basically it.
I
Same
get
week. So, copycats, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fortnite update.
Has anybody actually read through that whole thing? Or was it
I read partially.
Alex?
I read partially.
I didn't read through it.
I haven't even
Guys, do your
played.
homework.
Hey, we were all relying on you, buddy.
Yeah.
The one kid who's uber responsible.
Well, we used
wrote
our
all the logos.
we used our significant clout in the podcast world to get the exclusives on the update.
Yes.
Yeah, that we pulled right off the website. Actually, Kyle, if you want to pull those up, we could talk about them real quick if we want to.
All right, okay. I thought you knew him.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I know them somewhere deep down.
It's a gist.
Yeah, the maps changing. They're
Adding new locations.
Yeah, adding new locations. They're doing some pretty neat stuff with the mechanics.
Does it say when it drops? Like the
Tomorrow.
update Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is it tomorrow? I thought it said the 17th.
I
thought
thought
it was today.
it was
Yeah.
today. I think
Which
it's
I
like
was wondering why we were here.
Where are they?
It's
Where are they based? Because I think it might
I
be in
don't
the
know.
morning for us, but I don't know. Whatever. It's maybe they had to push it back, but it's definitely in that article. It says tomorrow.
Yeah, January 18th.
But there was some pretty neat stuff that I'm looking forward to. Mostly the new locations, just because I want everybody to get away from our location.
Yeah, I'm interested to see like what they add and how we can use it to fuck around more.
Oh yeah, they're changing the scoped rifle that we all hate. They're making the scope on it a little bit more modern, so you actually know where you're aiming.
Like an
they were
ACOG.
complaining about that.
Is the map
Like, turn it
actually
into a dot, please. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is the map
Yeah,
actually
red dot would
getting
be dope.
bigger,
No,
or
it's the
is
same
it just
size.
they
Is it
crammed
the same
more?
size?
Yeah, I thought they
Yeah,
were
just more
pushing it
shit.
out.
It looked like the left side had gotten blown out.
It looked like it, but
It's
it
one of
was
those
just
feng shui sort of like mind teasers where
Good,
you
good.
rearrange the furniture a little bit. You feel like your space is
all of a sudden you
functioning
found a
better.
bathroom over there
Yeah,
behind the sofa.
Yeah. And supposedly it's gonna run faster on consoles, which I'm happy about. It
Yeah.
hasn't been super slow,
Yeah, it hasn't
but
been
it's
slow
been a
for
little
me.
bit laggy. the last couple
I
days.
don't know if it was just since that Intel thing or if it was happening before that, but I've noticed a lot of other people lagging pretty bad, like, to the point where like you're shooting at them. I think we were all playing together. I had the drop on two guys. I started shooting at them. They hopped across the map. I had to turn and run the other direction. I was like, "Oh no, they're lagging, guys! We got to get out of here!" Like you just know anybody who's lagging is gonna have the upper hand. So
I'm not sure if it's an Intel thing. Maybe they said something, but there's so many reasons for that.
yeah.
They did take away the Christmas update. I played again today, and there was no more Christmas lights, which was
No.
nice.
Yeah, there's no Christmas trees or anything. Just big
Is there
trees
something
now.
else in there?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
wondering. There has to be something there.
Yeah.
Why is that nice, Alex? Do you hate Christmas?
He's
I
an
mean,
atheist. Alex is an atheist.
It's January.
Yeah, it's January 7th.
It's just
Come on,
January,
guys.
you know.
Chop down your Christmas
Well, I
tree.
just figured they were just gonna push it out until the end of the season, which
Yeah,
ends
at
in
that
like,
rate.
30 days.
Yeah,
I think he said like the 22nd or
they
something.
revamp
like that.
up Christmas
Or
for next
24th.
Christmas. Too lazy to take it out.
Christmas in July. They always have a good
Holiday.
reason.
Yeah.
They all-
Christmas come early this year, boys.
Yeah, it's Fortnite, man. As far as anything else, I mean, I don't know. If we want to touch on Logan Paul, I guess, at all.
Fuck that.
He got dropped from
Yeah.
basically everything YouTube.
Did you see that he said he deserved a second chance?
Go him.
Did he?
Fuck yeah.
Good for him.
Can't keep a good guy
What
down.
a humble dude.
He's
Yeah.
a humble brag.
When did say
Hashtag Logan for life.
TMZ.
Yeah,
They're
it was like,
so do you think you should get a second chance? He's like, verbatim, exact quote. Everyone deserves a second chance, bro.
yeah. Wisdom, pure wisdom.
Hashtag. Maverick
So has he
gang.
been demonetized?
no?
Nah,
he
just
was
drop-
taken from the
He's just-
preferred
yeah.
ads.
Then who gives a shit? That's like
He's still
no
making-
repercussions.
Yeah.
Thanks
Yeah.
for the fly
He
swatter.
sells
you
t-shirts.
jerk.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
what,
exactly.
what else are they supposed to do? So the whole thing, one thing, because the same thing's happened to PewDiePie. So
I don't think that he should be censored.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. It's like, dude, get off it. But they're doing what they can because they're taking him off of the preferred, and PewDiePie was basically just like, well, same thing happened to him, and it reduces the amount of income you make per ad. But if you put an ad reel right in the middle of the video, it adds one ad, which will then make it to where you make the same amount
So
anyway.
now
So
they're
he's
just
like,
adding ad reels
Yeah,
to
It's a
the
mid-roll ad.
yeah. So he's like, this literally has no effect if you do it. So he's like,
so-
tip.
So
And-
YouTube is more fucking over the viewers now at this
Yeah,
point.
pretty
It's
much.
like-
Yeah.
And then the other thing is
YouTube
they
makes more
stopped.
money. Go them.
They stopped all of his productions as far as like YouTube Red and stuff. So the Thinning 2
Can't watch Team
is
Laser
stopped.
again.
and then
Man.
like some island of YouTubers he's been removed from.
Is it like Survivor for YouTubers?
Yeah, I
Oh,
guess.
great.
I
Sounds
don't know if they're
awful.
doing like the spacey edit thing or if it wasn't even started yet. But
That'd
either
be
way, he's being
incredible. If they did the spacey edit, that would be incredible.
But they reshoot it with Christopher Plummer.
They edit space.
The guy's just mopping up.
yeah.
Mark Wahlberg's over there fanning his face.
No, he donated. He donated.
That doesn't make it any better. He took the money. He argued about it. He got the money. Now he got caught, and he's like, okay. That does nothing. That's no better.
I don't blame him that much. Like, movie studio, you had more than 1,000. Like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah.
There's like grocers who get paid 1,000. You're releasing a movie to like the United States. Maybe cough up a
I
little
also
bit
don't
more.
understand why it's like, oh, you took money, you suck. It's like, well, I do this as my job.
Well, the problem is that they convinced everybody
Yeah.
else that no one's getting paid. No, we're all doing it for free because we down with sexism and whatever
Me too.
sexual assault.
Yeah, somewhere like a
You're
movie
really
producer
nailing
was like,
these
yeah,
points.
sexism.
Yeah.
Not because we're over budget. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's the news of the week, right? Is there anything else going on right now?
I did just read that there is a meteor passing us by something like I think it was 4 million or 2 million miles, which isn't that much in the grand scheme of space. Like I think I read that it was Mars is like 140 million miles away, so really comparatively, this thing is pretty damn close.
Yeah.
And
And it was launched from the planet Nibiru, so that's pretty good too.
Launched.
Launched.
So like,
It's an attack from the secret planet,
Yeah.
Planet X.
Yeah.
cool.
Nibiru. Yeah.
And maybe
So-
that's what the missile thing was about. It's all been just some
Yeah.
confusion.
Yeah, it
with
could've
this
Yeah,
thing.
just a preemptive.
Yeah,
Hey, there's a
just
big
like
rock
it's coming.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking, I thought we could talk about that, maybe just like weird ways that the planet could die. Because, like, there's. Honestly.
But hold on. How
Found
we
more
So like
cast.
weird ways, or like every sci-fi movie of the
Well, it's
late
kinda-
'90s ways.
I was just thinking, like, it's kind of weird some of the things we worry about. Like, because honestly, if there was, like, a planet-killing asteroid or whatever the proper space term is for them hurtling at us, no one would tell us. It might get leaked, but no one would actually come out and say.
I don't know. If it's planet killing, who the fuck cares at that point?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Right,
Because
because
they don't want it to be
people
mass
dying.
hysteria.
Mass hysteria for what, though?
Yeah, but somebody cares.
What does
The
it
thing
mean?
is, like,
Yeah, well, do you
if
wanna get
the
murdered?
odds,
Like,
if all of
You're
this
gonna
were
die
to
later.
happen, like, Earth at its size, just hurtling through space, and somehow we end up being caught, like, right on the same trajectory, I'd be like, it's our time. Like, there's nothing more we should
Right.
do.
It's kind of funny just, like, that it could happen, though, to me.
But
Also,
like,
I would look at this more of like an, I have more of this entrepreneurial mind. How can we make money on this? That's because we got to pay these bills, dude. We got to pay these
front row
bills.
tickets.
Yeah.
Uh,
The black market's going to go way up. How are we going to get all of our, needs and necessities? The farmers are not going to be out there producing avocados at this point. Like,
Yeah,
How long are we thinking we've got before we die? Like, how
I
far
think
do we know?
Because there's a guy named Carl with a telescope who's very bad to his wife, who is going to see it. Yeah. He's going to let know. Yeah, he's going to name the meteor after his wife, who's blood-sucking something from which the world can't escape.
yeah, from which there's no escape.
Yeah, from which there's no escape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to know about, I think. At some point, we're definitely going to know.
What's the actor that passed away from that movie though?
Hell yeah.
The Green Mile guy.
Oh, yeah.
Michael C. Duncan?
Yeah.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Michael Clark Duncan,
No.
yeah.
I don't think there's any hope without him. So
That's true.
yeah, we wouldn't
King
survive.
Pine.
I love the idea
He
of
did lift
actually
the heavy pipes. That
actually
was needed.
sending the
Bruce
cast.
Willis.
I love
Yes.
that idea of like, no, you're our only hope. Like they're like, no, I can't go.
But actually,
just like get them.
If we
I
could-
saw Armageddon. Michael Bay throw him in there too. Like,
If we-
you're their leader. Get off.
If we keep on the current trend, we're definitely going to do that. Oprah's going to be the next president, and fuck it, why not? Bruce
Yeah.
Willis and Ben Affleck.
Save the world.
These people
But
are best suited to take care
if we
of
could
our.
figure out a way to stream it, so it would have been like a live YouTube Red documentary.
They just got ads shoved all throughout the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like
Yeah.
you got to turn on Google ad block. You're, like,
I mean, you joke, but there was that company that no one talks about anymore that was going to go to Mars and make it a whole, like, real world. We're all going to die.
Yeah.
But yeah, that company I don't even think is around anymore. Or if it is, they're not saying much.
How long ago?
Like, 2 years ago? I don't know.
Elon
SpaceX?
Musk
On Mars, no, it was like Mars 1X or Mars something.
yeah, I think the reason they would keep it under wraps because all economies would collapse because everyone
Yeah.
would be like, I'm not going to fucking work. Like, I'm not. I got 2 weeks to live. Like, I'm doing nothing but stealing and
Yeah.
fucking,
Yeah, that's-
well,
well,
like
it-
it's just like I'm watching a bunch of movies in 4K UHD. Like, I've got my movie pass. I'm just
You're in the
ingesting all,
I think,
and I'm stealing the popcorn when I go in. Like,
but again, if we're gonna use Armageddon as a reference, which I think we definitely should use
good,
as an
yeah.
accurate representation of what happens, they only don't tell it because they have a plan.
Right.
So if it's a planet killing thing, it's gonna happen. I think it goes on the mic. Someone fights for who says it because they're gonna be the most famous person for the next 10 hours.
about-
Logan Paul.
Yeah.
That's his
Paul.
redemption story.
Christ.
what about Deep Impact though? I felt like they did a pretty good job with that. That's where the meteor actually hits.
True.
The wave. Is
In
the
a way, it
all these
actually
people,
does.
yeah.
And they
does
do,
a lot of
right?
damage.
Yeah, they pick the people, right?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
No, Deep Impact. I think they just die. They pick the people who go
Well,
into the
yeah,
vault.
and then there's someone hugging on a beach. I remember.
Yeah.
The movie producer or something. I don't know. It was
It's been a while.
the one who broke the story.
Morgan
It's
Freeman's
the lady
the
who broke
president.
the story.
I think you guys are thinking of that last Star Wars story. And
Rogue One.
Yeah,
Very
that did
similar.
flash to my
Star Wars.
mind. That flashed to my mind.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
It's
just
the best Star Wars.
honestly,
Yeah.
if there was a way to maybe break it up and then use the little meteors to like maybe dole out some punishments, I think that'd be kind of cool. Like those people that were hoarding those 13 kids in the house in California.
Yeah.
Maybe put them out for the meteor.
Yeah, it's
And-
like all right, and here and here.
Yeah. And it's just like a sacrifice to those meteors because honestly, like, the world's getting a little crowded. With some a-holes.
Yeah. Once that meteor hits our overpopulation issues and not being able to feed everyone is really going to
Also,
become
it might
a problem
true.
when
It
the
might-
sun can't be seen
Yeah, it
anymore.
might create global or climate change.
Yeah,
because
when
just-
photosynthesis fails us.
yeah, like I think the one that I read about was like 0.7 kilometers long. Like it's not that big, but it's still a pretty big rock. It's enough to it's enough to put us in a 10-year ice age. I was like, oh,
That's not bad. 10 years.
well, I mean,
can get through
considering
that
Is that for the whole planet, or is that just like?
that whole planet.
Okay, I was thinking like if they could.
Yeah, what about like Hawaii or
Yeah, we could escape.
Ivory Coast?
Well, I think
By
I
the time
think
they
it
had a
meant
real
like
estate boom.
like overall, like the whole world would dip like 8 degrees, which if you consider that they're concerned about 2 degrees uptick, like 8 degrees downtick sounds
Yeah,
pretty.
We
6
just need.
degrees,
we
yeah.
just need. Yeah, exactly.
There you
Yeah,
go.
so the perfect size
If
meteor
we
would
could-
actually balance it out.
Oh my God.
We
No.
solved it, boys.
Well, yeah, first we need a meteor to hit us. Then we have to be shittier than we currently are. We're not shitty enough.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We need to bump it another 6
We
degrees.
need to up our.
Yeah.
Once
Up
we
the
see the
smog.
meteor happen, we need to up our quotient. Just
No,
like
no, no, no. I think
I
everything
just
in
go
a
turn
row.
your car on the outside, burn as
Yes.
many fossil fuels as possible.
If-
Like,
Yeah.
If this meteor was hitting us, we wouldn't need to be more shittier to offset it. We could just shave some of that one off and use it to perfectly one-shot us back into the perfect climate.
No. See, we spend what we have. Okay, we're here now. We ain't leaving. So I think we got 6 degrees of shittiness that we got to really exploit. Yeah. Someone throws something in their recycling bin, like slap them. Don't do that. What are you
dump
doing?
the garbage out.
Yeah, it's a little frigid right now.
Send the Axemen from that
Yeah.
Discovery Channel.
Everybody
show to the
turn on your
Amazon.
cars.
That's all right. That's a decent idea.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll work on
I
that?
didn't figure out how we were gonna make money off of it. Though.
Yeah, we also have to get a
I
meteor.
think people
to-
just elect us some sort of like kings because we solved
Oh,
the
we
crisis.
can't. You're right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how it goes. And
Give
then-
us offerings.
Yeah, we become gods.
How do we? How do we even explain that? Like, listen, I have the cure. You know those rocks out there, all the big rocks. We got to bring one of them in here. Not too big.
We need to explode some nukes on one of these asteroids, but not with the closed hand, with the open hand, just to push it towards us.
Yeah, by what method do you even bring? Do you just like set up like a fucking like Love's
We
tow
use
truck out there?
Mylar
And just hook it up?
sails. They will.
Goddamn. Cut it with this horse shit.
Enough with this anomaly bullshit. Really, we should just be watching Armageddon
We
for this
probably should.
podcast.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
Didn't we have a plan to watch Twister?
Twister,
That never happened.
also
Oh, yeah.
known as the greatest movie of all time, and I
Yeah.
will not back down.
We'll watch those back to back.
All time? We were talking
I'm gonna
about a
double.
better
I'm
movie.
gonna double down. Of
Armageddon's
all
better
time.
than Twister.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, cool.
It's Armageddon, Twister, Shape of Water, essentially.
I haven't seen Shape of Water, but
You're gonna see it. I'll take it.
They're all in kind of the same realm.
Yeah, the same
Yeah,
kind of
you get-
scope of artistry.
I
would say Twister would be a lot better if there was a girl twibbing it in the first 2 minutes. that would really up that movie on my list.
What is twibbing?
Twibbing.
Twibbing?
To define
Is that what you said?
twibbing.
To twib.
To twib or not to twib? That's the question. That's the question. I ask
It's
myself.
always to twib.
Anytime this guy goes to work, I'm like, to twib or not to twib? It's like, to twib is when you could call it flicking your bean.
I hate that so much. I've never been a fan of the bean.
You should. You should love the bean.
I don't like it because I just think of a baked bean there, and it upsets me. Because that's not how I like to view it.
Just one big
Yeah, just like a weird.
Have you seen that meme, like the old man who's on the Bush's Facebook page? I'm thinking about those beans.
Like I'm much
brings
better.
it full circle.
I would rather wizard in cloak with his head peeking out.
Oh,
That's
good.
better for
See,
me.
but that's hard though, because you can't be like, are you flicking your wizard in coat with his head peeking out?
You
Like,
could.
flicking your bean is concise.
It is concise, but if someone did say flicking your wizard with his head sticking out,
In a cloak with his head sticking out.
I'm okay with that. Especially because it'll catch people off guard. But yeah, there's a
That's
lot
good
of
t-shirt.
confused
I'll make that
girls
T-shirt
right
with the logo on the back. That'll be on the front.
now. Yeah, you're gonna need the real estate to say what you need to say. So yeah. Yeah, baked beans gross. I don't like that.
So yeah, to answer your question, that twibbing is flicking your wizard with his head.
I don't think I've ever heard twibbing.
Really?
I never heard
With the
of
R, yes.
tripping.
Yeah, tribbing we
Okay.
have heard.
Is tribbing?
Tribbing is different though.
Yeah, tribbing.
Tribbing
Yeah.
is two people.
Oh shit! Maybe I always I've created a new word. Someone get on. Urban
Maybe you need
Dictionary.
someone with like a speech
Come on,
impediment.
come on.
That would be great if the legacy of this podcast was just twibbing. Was just that word.
That we
had never
pushed
heard
it out.
it.
That we sent it
I
out. into
honestly
the,
had never heard it
the
before you used
multiverse.
it the other night, but I had a context for it, so I knew
Yeah.
exactly what you said. I was like, okay, cool.
When Jimmy asked, I'm like, of course, twibbing is known.
I'm hoping that our title is just twibbing. Don't even
Twitter's
put-
not help. Well, I gotta keep looking.
That could be just a Twitter thing.
Yeah, just some friendly hashtag twibbing. Some major twibbing going on here. So that-
Where's Urban Dictionary when
Oh,
you
it's
need
that-
it, baby?
I'm working on it. To flick the helix of another ear with one finger.
Oh my god! But
Okay,
hold
and
on,
it's like twib. Okay.
you're twibbing it,
Okay, I can
Yeah.
see it.
flicking it.
Yeah, definitely a flicking
I've-
motion.
I did not make this.
The
up.
closest homie that's in love with his friend. Hey, nigga, he took a sneak picture of you. Watch out, cuz he's a twib, bro.
Damn.
I'll keep researching it, but I don't think so.
It might. What? Jot it down.
Not even
'cause
porn.
Webster's-
Porn. I'm getting porn links now for tribbing.
Tribbing.
Yeah, with an
Tribbing,
R.
Yes.
Tell me what that is. I've been saying
it's-
twibbing for years.
It's scissoring pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with twibbing.
Yeah, I actually like it.
Twibbing
better.
hot
You're-
porn. Oh, why am I
you're
here?
ahead of
I'm
the
not even
curve.
on
Get off my
incognito.
internet, Kyle. Get off. You can't.
It's my computer.
But you're on my internet.
I opened this up in
my
professional
IP.
settings. Girls writing girls. I think some people are
Put that
using
on the
it-
big screen. Put that.
Yeah.
Everyone breaks out and starts twibbing.
God damn it. I fucking, right before a stepsister and girlfriend twibbing.
What's up with all the incest, man?
I can't help it, dude.
That's even a light one. That's Liz tripping 172 porn videos. That's good. I remember that for later.
Favorited. Put the star on that one.
Put on
It's a
autoplay.
bookmark. Yeah. Every time you type in YouTube, it autocorrects.
The Adventures of Pete and Pete. Alright.
Good stuff.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm out.
So,
It's a big wall text.
Good stuff. I'll get Webster's. I'll keep my phone on the ring.
I mean,
so,
to be fair, you could just make your own entry and then boom, it's
on
in there.
Webster's.
Well, no,
I'm
I'm
talking about getting published, bro.
Word of the year.
Amazon.
Yeah, we can just make our own stuff. And that was something I wanted to talk about a couple podcasts ago. I think, especially considering the Donald Trump tweet catastrophes that just keep happening, that just keep hitting us in the face. Like, oh, Donald Trump says shitholes. Donald Trump says this. Like, you always just like assaulting the human integrity and intelligence. So I was thinking we could just create a new Twitter essentially, but just not tell him, so he could just keep firing off his hot tweets, and everybody else would just go back to their daily lives. It could be called twibbing.com. And essentially and the same might be with YouTube. YouTube's getting too big for the britches over there, making subscriptions and
You're right.
And,
You're right.
yeah.
We're all going to Vimeo.
Yeah,
Vimeo.
Daily Motion.
hold the phone. We got a GoDaddy search over here.
Yeah, sorry. I'm looking for twibbing.com. No, it's tweebing. God damn it. It says it's taken.
What,
Twibbing?
Yeah.
By Disney probably.
Yeah.
Disney's all over our ideas. They're a couple steps ahead of us.
We'll figure out who's owning this. Shame them.
What is the website about? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I'll go there in just a
It's
sec.
like twibbing.com. What could it be about? They just make knickknacks. It's like a Pinterest site.
Yeah. It's a new Twitter. It's
Only Donald Trump.
Someone's the downstairs neighbors are listening again. Just taking all of our
yeah,
good
we were
ideas.
talking about the distortion in the audio. It's the recording equipment downstairs picking up all of our audio.
Yeah.
It's a lady. She's got a glass to the roof.
He's not even using it. And I have a feeling his name is fake.
What is
What
it?
a dick.
It's Mike Hello. So,
Could be.
yeah, it could be. But
That's good.
and he lives in Paris. So if you go find him at gandhi.net.
Yeah, websites.
We'll talk. He probably just typed random shit and got that. We can still get Twibbing Club.
Twig.club.
Yeah, twibbing.club. That's available
That's better.
for $1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I'm not sure how
Twibbing
.com
biz.
caught on when .club was available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would always want to feel like I'm going to a club.
Yeah. or like a fraternal organization. It's
Yeah.
just
I'm part of a couple of extracurricular clubs.
yeah. When you're in high school, you put those on your college resume. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
what clubs were you a part of? Twibbing.
Twibbing.
Ooh, I did hear something. Gonna kind of steal from a podcast that my brother and me, but it's been stuck in my head.
Oh, my friend and me.
Yeah, our sister podcast. They revealed a fact that's upsetting me quite a bit. So you guys know horses, right?
Like of the animal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know they have legs. They have 4 of them, right?
Yes.
Well, apparently, supposedly,
Is this gonna ruin horses for me?
possibly, it terrifies me. Their legs are more anatomically close to fingers. So
Fucking kidding me.
apparently, that's what this other
Who
podcast.
said that?
Someone who studies animals.
What is that based
Horse
off
is
of?
I
considered
mean-
an undulate.
MD.
I mean,
Right.
they don't have toes.
Yeah.
They just have hooves.
In the hooves.
Yeah.
So
like
technically,
nails.
You're right. You're
that's
right. I guess
true.
I knew that. But I
Technically,
never
anything
described them
with
as
hooves would be
fingers.
fingers, wouldn't it? Like cows, sheep.
I don't know if they're
Yeah.
up in this.
Jake's-
I know
Jake's
horses
right.
for sure.
Yeah, horses are, I believe, are considered undulates, whereas we're considered, what's it called? Poly something. But yeah,
Polyphalanges.
it's basically definitely
Polyphalanges.
we've done it.
Many fingers.
And did horses? I don't know if I remember this. Did they have a 5th at one point?
Fifth leg.
I think
Fifth?
right in
That-
the middle for the support, like
Yeah.
They saw that.
That big old donger.
But did they have-
Like, they used to sit up like tripods and just.
hey, look at me. I'm counting these, slap it against the ground.
I forget if anyone knows.
They're just plowing the ground. Horses used to till the
That
fields.
has to be a Greek god like legend, like Pegasus fucking the earth. And that's how we got like rain or something. You know?
That's how they came up with the aqueduct. It was-
Yeah, the aqueduct was just a bunch of horse cum.
we need to transport water from place to place. And like, oh, look at this massive horse donger. It's, oh, of course. It rained. Then he pissed in it, and it ran down the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, but supposedly, I think I'm remembering this right. They also used to have a 5th appendage, like a 5th leg that just got phased out.
Appendage.
Yeah, well, like leg.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Like I said,
No.
if anyone in this table would know, it'd be you.
No, because we're
Even in the beginning of horses.
no, because
I mean,
In the beginning of
Yeah,
I mean,
beginning of
if
horses.
it was a leg,
there
I'm sure
would
they
be
would've found a
evidence
fossil.
at this point. There would be evidence of it.
Unless
they call
they
these
don't-
vestigial.
Unless they didn't tell us they were fingers either. So what else could
no
they
one.
be hiding?
It's true.
You're right.
It's true.
What has science done? This is definitely one of those ads. Like, how much is your iPhone? When you've won an iPhone here, like
Yeah.
horses had a 5th leg. Yeah, like on the bottom of the garbage Google ads. Like that's where we're at right now.
No, it'd be like horses' fingers or legs, and then it's like half the picture, and the other one's just a finger. Yeah, that's what it is.
I know a pony that we could bring on the pod and ask. He
Okay.
doesn't talk that much though.
Okay, because it's a horse.
He's a little horse.
A little horse. Do you actually have access to ponies?
I could probably get us a pony.
I mean, probably, yeah.
I think that was
everybody
that'd be a
that
hell
was
of
just
a
a
prop.
wind up for
Yeah.
a joke. that
Hell
was
of a
good.
prop.
Like a little Sebastian.
We each
Use him
need
as a
one
table.
to sit on independently
Just ride around.
during the podcast. Just pass the camera, like as we have
As we
input.
mill about, it's got to be in my my second story apartment.
Exploring the space.
Just takes a huge dump on your white carpet. Yeah.
I think this episode's all downhill from here. We covered all the good stuff.
Yeah, we can make this a short one.
No, fuck that.
You don't think so?
Drag it out to
Drag
the
it
middle.
out. Yeah.
Now, I don't think that we have to be forbidden from discussing what the logo should be. Just I can't draw for shit. Like my ideas were never going to
I think
be
you do
on.
more Photoshop
Wait,
stuff.
so you're saying
I don't
do
even-
or don't talk about
I
it?
would think we could at least get an idea so we can
Okay,
come
yeah,
back with
well,
something.
okay.
Like, why not?
All right, I'll throw out my garbage one that I actually kind of liked.
Oh, is this a logo or is this like the splash banner for the YouTube page? Or we one of the same? What are we talking?
I mean, I was just picturing like start with your base logo and then we'd build up from there.
Maybe either or. We can switch them up. Who gives a shit? Yeah.
But mine was just it would have it looked like a board game, like a run of the mill board game box. It would have game bangers. I forget. I had also like a fun little like tagline for it, like I don't remember. I'll look at home, but it was something a little cutesy. And then there was just a hammer hitting it. So game bangers. And then I had a couple others, but that one was the first one I thought of because I thought everybody was gonna go with the actual game bangers route. So I thought, okay, well, what else could that be?
And then we surprised you with having nothing when we got
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Instead, surprise.
I did. I drew one out that was the four of us, two of us kneeling down in front, and the two behind, kind of back to back. Each of us, the front two people were controllers in hand, shooting off in either direction.
Okay. Yeah.
And then one person had a controller up in the air, kind of like a James Bond move. And then the other guy had the Game Bangers box that I drew from the other one on his shoulder, kind of like a boom box would be. And then it had a Game Bangers kind of in a circle around it, which it looked nice. If I could draw, it would be even better.
Stick figures.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's
essentially stick
really what it-
figures
what
that
it
I
ended up
added
being
a
for me.
second line to make it like, I guess 2D. No, it was already 2D. It was just a little bit thicker stick figures.
Yeah, I had a similar idea where you could create an environment, something like that, but it would be it'd be like on a street wall, like you've got like brick building or whatever. The guy in the back spray painting Game Bangers onto the thing. The other guys are milling about. They're kind of like in their stance. Maybe one's throwing up the GB sign or like
Vape Nation.
yeah. So one's throwing that up. The other guys, they're shooting. Dice or something, but make it D20s or something like that, and have a guy with like pedaling, like he opens up his jacket, he's got like a ream of old Game Boy cartridges or something. You'd get the idea, but it would take a much more talented artist. But that's kind of where my head was at. Graffiti title with this little environment, like kind of working around it.
You can bullshit that in Photoshop because I had a similar idea. I had two ideas. One,
car one, right?
so one was going to be a car, which think of like bathroom art where it says like men's, women. It'd be like those type of stick figures, that type of just basic art style. But it'd be a car with 4 people riding deep in like a Cadillac type of car. And then like out the car, like we'd be holding like controllers and stuff. So sort of like a drive-by setup.
What if it was in like a Halo Warthog instead? Like that.
That could work. Yeah, why not?
Just kind of fuck around with it.
Yeah, I wanted to. I started to draw that because I remember you had said it. And
I thought that was a really good idea. Yeah.
And I had D20 for the rims.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. And the other idea I had, which requires me to go to my old living space in OBT. There's a street called OBT in Orlando, Florida, and there's a lot of broken down cars and shit there. And I remember there being a broken down white van. I'm not sure if it's still there. I was going to take a picture of that and have like a brick background because it's a shitty building. And I was just going to put like almost a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air font over the van. And it would make it look like it was actually imprinted on the van because I'd be using Photoshop to do it. But that was going to be another idea too.
Yeah, that's kind of where my head's at.
Almost like album art where you could easily put like no explicit down here and like it would match perfectly. I also think there's something we could do with like all of us and we're all holding some sort of like gaming paraphernalia.
I was thinking from different consoles. Was kind of I had been thinking about that. Like,
ooh yeah, with like the PlayStation on it too.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you've got like I don't know, what do you have? You would you're a Nintendo guy, right? Or you're definitely a Nintendo guy. So maybe you've got like the laser, the light gun, or I'm rocking. Who's an Xbox guy? Maybe Kyle's got the old big ass Xbox controller, but it's on a flail, like so everyone can have their own thing. I've got the old Move controller gun, in our it's just like a kind of a scene there. But I thought that'd be cool. But we wouldn't have to actually act that shit out. Maybe someone can draw that. We have to get it commissioned. I don't know. Maybe not at first. It's completely unnecessary.
I think we could definitely bullshit it. Like I was thinking of like certain album art, like like early like Ghetto Boys. Like we can take like rap albums and then like just restage them with just gamer shit in it. Yeah. I think that'd be super dope. And we could do like the little like we can model like the front cover of a piece or a PlayStation game. So you have like the green PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it could work out very nice. I don't know if that'd be a logo, but that'd be a badass for something. Maybe the image for the podcast or something like that.
Yeah, I think that would be great for the image, like what you see as you open up the podcast or whatever what are those little pictures called that they post like when you're clicking on a video. Yeah,
thumbnail. There you go.
Thanks, Jim.
Balance out there. Well, what about? I think I showed you guys. I sent a picture in the chat. It was from I think it was San Andreas. It was a couple of gang.
That'd be a good image too.
Yeah, a couple of game bangers. They were like sat around the table, like they got like Uzis and
Yeah, I thought you just replaced those with controllers.
Yeah, replace them with controllers. Slap our dumbass faces on there. You could even do it like half-ass and like just MS Paint. Like
yeah, I definitely like the idea of a cartoonish looking, or maybe not cartoonish.
That's not that hard in Photoshop.
No.
Yeah. So we can definitely get away with that.
We're taking. We'll also take applications for artists to join the podcast.
Yeah. Anyone who is going to commission these for free.
Yeah, someone build your portfolio, help a couple of game bangers out.
We'll write you a letter of recommendation.
Mm-hmm. I do turn a pretty good recommendation letter.
But you can't use our full names.
Yeah.
We don't want to be associated with this just as much as
shit.
Jake, you didn't come prepared with anything? What the fuck?
Yeah,
I'm only
we were really relying.
Number one fan, my ass.
I'm not in the group chat. I'm only on the messenger group chat about Fortnite, and that's it.
Yeah, he's on his own fan cast over there, just talking to himself.
He asks questions, we occasionally respond, but always from like a high and mighty point of view.
And I did have big plans for last week, but then I don't know, fucking The Wire. I gotta get focused.
Kind of everything. Yeah, if Movie Pass hadn't happened, and hopefully I can cool it on my Movie Pass kick.
Definitely don't.
We can.
No, 2 hours.
Yeah, no.
I
just gotta do.
I need to play a few more
Yeah.
games. Yeah, that's the thing though. Like you got to prepare to go to it. You get there, you eat a bunch of popcorn while you're there, so you feel like shit afterwards because you ate like an inhuman amount of popcorn, and you do that a couple days in a row.
That was rough.
But it's alright because you're not buying the movie ticket.
That's true. It was free. We're not complaining about the price. We like that the price. We've subsidized it here, but
Jake, how old
the issue is
how old are you?
No,
20.
Yeah, see, he can still process the popcorn. He doesn't have that problem yet.
His metabolism hasn't slowed to the rate that which ours processes
I can
these
digest
kernels.
it faster.
Yeah.
Hey Jake, when were you born?
97.
It hurts.
Are you at that point? Are you still are you still just having fun out there? I don't know. Is there people you're running into that are kind of people, and then they say the year they were born? It's like, oh god damn it.
No, not really.
Okay, it's gonna happen. It's gonna hurt a bunch.
I mean, people at work, I guess. I mean, they'll come. I mean, because I work at a grocery store that hires minors, and have them look like grown ass men. Be like, all right, so you work in my department? No, I can't. I'm 16. I'm like, how? You got a full beard.
Yeah, it's really annoying. I remember when I first started hiring people and they're like getting applications from like 97, 98, 99. I was like, well, that makes me feel terrible.
My cousin who's graduating high school this year was born in 2000.
Yeah.
Everyone born in the 90s is eligible to vote.
Yeah.
Everyone. God damn it.
All downhill from here, boys.
Yeah. I remember I was with Cameron, actually with you at your house, at your old parents' house way back in the day, and there was some new kid there.
Parents.
Yeah.
Your old
they were very old.
Ex-parents. We don't speak to them
I
anymore.
got some new parents, though.
But you had someone new at your place, and we were playing some board game. I remember making a joke that they were probably not even born when 9/11 happened, and then that was true.
Positive
It was,
that-
I don't know, I forget his name, Luke or something. I just
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that gut punch.
Yep, that was.
We might have a Baird situation.
Yeah.
We need to pause this video. Beard has got
I think we
go
gotta
by.
end it. I think.
You know, you could always just say, "Ah, we'll take a
Demanded by
break.
Beard.
We're gonna here's where the
Get your
sponsor-
finger off of that
here's where the
button, Alex. We're
sponsors
not
go.
done yet.
Here's where the sponsors
Is there anything
go.
super pressing that we can't wait till next week to do?
No, for sure not. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's fine. This is a little bit short. Yeah.
Yeah, our podcast isn't that short.
Yeah.
I
And it's a
think
good lesson
reasonable.
for next week. If we want to do a longer one, we gotta come prepared
Oh,
with some
yeah,
shit.
true.
So
Yeah,
I'm down
write
with
your
it.
ideas down.
yeah.
Everybody.
I had a couple good ones that just went into the ether. Baird, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And with
I gotta
that,
work on my
Oh, well, that's all, folks.
yeah, who wants to lead us out?
I guess so. That's everything.
Wasn't a whole lot.
It wasn't a whole lot. It was a shorter episode this go around. Maybe next episode will be longer. We'll see. This is actually the first one we've done a week back to back, so maybe this is what's gonna come, and we'll definitely come with some logo ideas, hopefully, and some actual pictures to show off. So thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Later.
I think it's time to take a broom and sweep these cats to the side and keep in mind that my pride is something that I never had. I'm doing what they never tried in their life. I'm succeeding just from dreaming. All the teasing and the bullying and bleeding just gave me a better reason to conquer and then defeat the lames in order to get